growing up, I have never really had a regular Sunday school, like never ever, because my dad used to go minister in another town. So I used to not even go to church every Sunday, by the way. But it's like, yet I can now say that my spiritual understanding of God at this tender age of mine is quite vast. And the first person that comes to my mind that is my mother, because she has been the one who's been mentoring me. She's been taking my Sunday school every single day, and when I say that, I mean every single hour. It's like I used to not even understand what she's speaking, and yes, she used to speak, and she used to be like, Sienna, this is you. There's the blood of Jesus around you. There's a fire of God around you, and there are angels with double sword in their hands. Did you understand? I'm like, no. And she's like, okay, again I'll explain it to you. So I never really understood. I just mucked that up. But pondering on that, like now, reflecting back on that, I just realized how powerful it is. And like every time she used to speak all these high level spiritual things to a very small child who doesn't even know how to, study properly on their own. That time when she was told by people that, don't tell your kid this is like high level spiritual thing, she won't understand it. Like she's too small for this. Every time she said no to them, and she's always kept on, preaching me all these things that adults, it's difficult for others also to understand that. Yet she should do that, and I can now say very happily that it was because of a constant mentoring to me that I have gotten so much of exposure to the spiritual world, and I've started to fear God at a very extreme and a deep level. And lastly, I would like to thank God for your life. Thank you. Also, my mom has always taught me to, treat people like people, to not treat people based on their financial status, based on their complexion, and all those things. To like just recognize people as the creation of God. And always like growing up in a kind of racist country though. So I've always felt that, because in like India is a big thing that you're fair and like everybody looks up to you. Like even if you're like a very poor person, but if you're fair, right, everybody is just instantly liking you because they have not seen that many fair people. We are not exposed to fair people. But then every time growing up, my parents were like, you know what? We like fair people. Fair people like us. So it's just that the skin color doesn't ever matter. It matters who you are. And it can be that a person is very fair but does not have that beauty on them. But a person can be very, very dark skinned yet have a lot of beauty on them. So color doesn't matter. And even the thing with the hair and all that, whoever has curly hair, they want straight hair. Who has straight hair, they want curly hair, wavy hair, and all those things. Because the thing is that we are never satisfied with the thing that God has made us, which is a very wrong thing, and we need to work on that. And that I recognize since I was mentored on it for years and years constantly. And also, I have been to a VBS recently, and there the pastor, like, she was like, you know, if you, uh, she was like, uh, if you don't use Snapchat and if you don't use Instagram, you're just showing Jesus that how much you love him. But a day before, there were two friends of mine, they're not from our church though. They were actually kind of not happy with me, kind of upset on me for saying that I do not use social media anymore. So I was like, okay, fine. Like, I've stopped caring about people, what they think about me, because I need to care about the one who thought about me on the cross. So, yet when Pastor Anu said that, I was so happy. I was so happy that there was a behind the scene for that. Like I have got a lot of corrections for stopping those things which I've stopped now. and a lot of convictions were done, mistakes were made again, convictions were done. But then finally it has stopped now, and which I'm thankful to God for that He changed my heart truly. So so I've stopped using the social medias also because of constant corrections, I would say. Yeah, thank you.